So I stumbled upon this tool called CUPP, which stands for Common User Passwords Profiler. It's all about password profiling.
Weight profiling passwords, like figuring out what someone might use as their password based on their personal info.
Exactly, it's fascinating how it analyzes common patterns in passwords like birthdays or pet names.
That makes sense. People often choose easy-to-remember passwords, but it raises a question. Are people aware of how vulnerable that makes them?
Right? It's like you think you're being clever, but using password 123 is pretty much an open invitation.
And CUPP can help identify those weak spots. That's both useful and a bit scary.
Totally, it's designed for things like penetration testing or forensic investigations, like helping to identify weak passwords in a security audit.
But doesn't that assume all users have predictable patterns? What about really secure passwords?
Great point. CUPP focuses on common weaknesses, but it can't account for genuinely random passwords.
So it's more about probability and less about certainty. That's an interesting angle.
Exactly, plus, it even has options for profiling existing dictionaries. I mean, who knew password cracking could be so systematic?
That's wild. But I can't help but wonder, does it encourage bad practices? Like, are people taking the easy route?
It could, but on the flip side, understanding these patterns can lead to better security awareness.
True, it's all about education, right? If people know the risks, they might choose stronger passwords.
Exactly, it's like teaching someone to swim by showing them the dangers of the deep end.
But what about the ethical concerns? Could someone misuse CUPP for malicious intent?
That's a valid concern. Tools like this could be a double-edged sword if they fall into the wrong hands.
And then there's the argument of legality in hacking. Where's the line between ethical hacking and just hacking?
It's a blurry line, but I think if it's used to strengthen security, it might justify its existence.
Definitely, it's just like how hacking can sometimes lead to better tech. But still, the misuse is worrisome.
And consider this, CUPP helps create awareness around password vulnerabilities, which is a step in the right direction.
True, it's almost like a wake-up call for users to think critically about their security.
Speaking of which, I found it interesting that weak passwords are often tied to personal information. It's like a psychological profile.
Right? It's surprising how much personal data influences password choices. Makes you think about privacy.
For sure, it's like the more we share, the easier we make it for the bad guys. It's a paradox.
And here's a thought. Could this tool also inadvertently teach users to choose even worse passwords?
That's a concern. If users think they can just use CUPP to guess their own passwords, they might not take it seriously.
Exactly. It's a bit like teaching someone to hack, but instead of teaching them to be cautious, it could lead to reckless habits.
But then again, isn't understanding weaknesses the first step in strengthening them?
Absolutely, knowledge is power. If users realize how easy it is to exploit weak passwords, they might change.
So in a way, CUPP can be an educational tool, but it needs responsible usage.
Yes, it all boils down to how we educate users about their choices and the implications.
And the balance between making tools accessible versus guarding against misuse is crucial.
Definitely. This whole discussion really underscores the importance of cybersecurity awareness.
So true, it's like we're navigating a minefield of information. We need to tread carefully.
And maybe that's the real takeaway, being proactive with our digital security.
Absolutely, let's encourage critical thinking when it comes to password choices.
For sure, and maybe even make password creation fun, like gamifying it could help.
Now that's an interesting approach. Making security engaging can boost awareness.
Exactly, and who knows? It might just lead to a generation of savvy password creators.
That could change the game. So all in all, CUPP is a fascinating tool with layers to consider.
I agree. It's a mix of potential and pitfalls, which makes it all the more compelling.
And it's a reminder that in the digital age, we have to stay sharp and informed.
Definitely. Let's keep the conversation going about security awareness and tools like CUPP.